Hi, folks. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom here with your weekly message from Spirit for the week of October 17th through the 23rd of 2021. I hope you have had a great week. I look forward to this coming week, and we are halfway through the month. It's incredible how time flies. I want to start by saying thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting on my posts and my videos. I really appreciate the support. I want to make an announcement that I have a new website. Thank you to Larissa, who a former student that helped me create and design this website. The address is, and it will be below, but I want to make mention of this address. It's 3 spelled the letters, excuse me, the number spelled out, 3 dash feathers dash spiritual dash wisdom dot square dot site. So there it is, and it'll be linked below, so you don't have to try to remember that. Let's get to the readings. I'm actually going to do 2 videos today. There's some, there's a lot of astrological energy this coming week with a full moon and 2 of the planets that have been retrograde now turn direct. And I think that needs a separate video, and I'll be doing that after this. So look for it later or tomorrow, the astrological forecast. So the deck that I'm using for the tarot message is The Influence of the Angels Tarot by Jody, Boginski, Barbessi. And then you get to pick your own oracle card, whether you want card A, B, or C, and those messages. And they're coming from the Illuminated Earth Oracle. I know that's hard to see on the print here, but that's what it says, Illuminated Earth Oracle, and that is by Claire Mack. Okay, so let's get to the message, and I think I am not getting a. This may be a collective message, but I'm not really getting that sense. I'm getting very much these are personal messages, and how you interpret or how those energies play out for you this week is going to be, very much your perspective and how you see things. So the first card out is the Page of Swords. And in this deck, the court cards are actually people from history. So I have to go into the book to find out who this little fellow is. And it's actually Denis Diderot. And he was a philosopher, a historian, an intellectual. He helped with the Enlightenment movement, is wanting knowledge. He created an encyclopedia, and he was always curious. Right now, what he's looking at is a big bubble that he's created with his tools here, soap and water and some sort of bubble, and he's looking at it with curiosity. The Page of Swords, swords is of the mind, so it's usually about what we're taking in, the information, how we're processing information, how we are communicating, how we are thinking, the thoughts that we think. And what I'm really getting with this is um, that information may come to you this week that that is interesting and new and maybe reveals something. And this card, this message with this card, really is about looking at things with curiosity and wonder. He's a child in this card, and that is deliberate. Children look at the world because everything is new to them, and they look at it with wonder, like, why is the sky blue? why do trees grow like this? Or what is that bug? The questions that children ask. So it's it may be about our inner child that we need to pay attention to, but it also could be we really need to um, rip away the the veneer, the cynicism and the veneer that has grown over that child that's in us that looked at the world with wonder, because there's some incredible things, and maybe something will happen this week or some information will come to you this week that will help you see the world in wonder. Okay, the next card is the Ace of Cups, and this is a wonderful card. This is about a gift of love and emotion being given to you. The ace is always about a new beginning. The ace is always a yes card. And this is about love and emotions. Now, the negative side could be that you're overwhelmed with the emotions you feel, but let's hope that we're all overwhelmed with positive emotions this week, that we tap into. The sun is still in Libra. So that's about being balanced in our emotions and being balanced in our lives, or trying to achieve balance. And the thing about this cup is when those little cherubs here drop that heart in the cup, the water is going to overflow out of the cup. And then you can see the ocean, there's all kinds of water around the cup. So this is all about emotions. Is it that something that is revealed makes us feel overwhelmed, either in a negative way or a positive way? So be prepared for that. We have a full moon, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to do an astrological video on that. Moons and the moon, governs our emotions, and with a full moon, the water, the high tide is there, so there could be a lot of emotions swirling about this week. The last card that came out was the Six of Pentacles. And this is a very grounded card and a very balanced card. So in light of this, we go to some sort of action. And this is about giving and generosity. So maybe something we've learned, something we learn, something we feel propels us to some sort of generous action that we take, that we give something to another, that we recognize that another person or a group or um, someone needs our help, and we need to go forward and do what we need to do, take that action. This in itself is about give and take of money, and it is the wealthy woman giving to the pauper, the poor person. Now, I'm not saying that this is necessarily what we will see this week, but maybe we will feel, maybe something happens this week. Someone is had an experience of bad times. Maybe there is a natural disaster, and we have to come forward and help people. So this is about giving, and it's about giving from the heart, and not expecting anything in return. So that's the message for this week. How that will play out for all of us, please report below if you feel like coming back and letting me know how it plays out. I think it will be a very good week, actually, especially with the two planets going direct. Okay, so are you ready to see what you've picked for your oracle message, your personal message? For those of you who picked A, your card is upheaval. And that means that something this week may come in like a tornado, because that this black cloud that's coming down really feels like a tornado. That something's going to shake up your life or shake up the situation that you're in right now, and there'll be a little bit of upheaval to expect. But this card also says that you are strong enough. Spirit is here with you. You are strong enough, and actually, maybe you need this upheaval to clear something out of your life, to finally release something that no longer works for you and is holding you back. Okay? So you'll get through this. You are strong enough. Spirit is here helping you. And whatever upheaval is needed, it will clear out what you no longer need, what you need to let go of. And those old patterns, those old thoughts, those old actions of being, and move on to in, something better. Okay? For those of you who picked B, you have source. And this is about going to the source of your creativity. That source, spirit, is that creative muse. It's that connection that you have with source in order to create whatever it is that you want to create. And it could be creating something that's artistic, like a sculpture or music or poetry or a painting, but it also could be about creating your life and deepening that connection with source and spirit. I don't know if you can see the the dots here between the two spheres. So one looks like Earth to me, one looks like, um, well, it looks like another planet to me, but it is, uh, it is source. And I'm just seeing this outline of what looks like feathers here. I don't know if you can see them. There's a lot to see in this card, so take a good look. But this is about going back to source and to get that nourishment for whatever it is that you're trying to create. Okay, for those of you who picked C, this is your card. It's meander. Look at the twists and turns of this stream. Now, certainly, if it went straight this way, it would be very direct and a very short travel, basically. But here, we're starting and we're just going around and around, going through the twists and turns. And maybe this is the message about your life that yes, sometimes you're not going to go direct. Sometimes you are going to meander. You're going to go with the flow of your life and trust in spirit that that journey is worth it, that you will discover some new things, you will and have interesting experiences. It will take a little longer, but it's well worth it. It's well worth the experiences that you will experience. So don't rush. That's what I'm getting. Don't rush. Go with the flow. Take one day at a time and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey of life because it'll be very interesting for you. I hope that has helped. Those are very, I feel like those are very obscure answers and messages for you. But this deck is a little bit deeper, and I got drawn to going a little bit deeper. So those are going to be the daily messages, just so that you're prepared. And they may help us go a little bit deeper as we go forward. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm wishing you many, many blessings. I am available at Emerald Healing Arts and Apothecary in Lincoln, Nebraska on Tuesdays and Sundays. As I mentioned, my website is going to take appointments if you want to check that out. And I offer different readings that we can do, personal readings, a 30-minute reading, a 45-minute reading. I also do some astrology and reading combination if you would like to do something like that. I want to wish you all a great week and many blessings. Thank you for all of your support. Take care.